Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your friendly neighborhood Pokeprof, and finally, welcome back to Let's Play Disgaea PC. When we last left off, I honestly forget. Well, actually, no, I know. We're in a new chapter. Explanation to where I was and why I was gone. You know how I said my luck has been kind of lately? Well, literally right after I had said that in one of the previous episodes, I got sick and I had a big computer issue that required it to go to the repair shop yet again. So that was fun. Everything is hopefully taken care of now, and I got everything working just fine. I'm keeping my fingers crossed though. With all that said, we have had a few changes. Most of the characters I've been wanting to use have leveled up some, barring a few. Mason's just kind of really fallen behind in levels. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep him up, especially with Jennifer and the others coming up. And I haven't really leveled up Cooper despite him being my thief. But we'll get to that in a bit. I want to show off a couple of things. First off, I found out if you talk to the save shop here, if you have a certain amount of completion with the items in the game, he'll give you the Dream Hand, which is kind of like really ridiculous. Item, and let me show you. It is a legendary item with insane stats. Look at that hit ratio. And it comes with really, really high level guys inside it. It's also a stealing item. Now, I honestly don't know too much more about this item, other than the fact that it's just insanely high up there. I'm not sure if, this means I would be having like a 100% steal rate on everything, or what. But honestly, for the exact moment, I'm not going to risk using it and having it gone when I could be using it on something really important. So I'm going to be keeping a Dream Hand safe in my warehouse for the moment. Going into the assembly, I have actually ranked up Laharl a little bit more, to where, actually, if I were to try to promote him again, he'd be fighting things way beyond his level, including a Majin, which is one of the few classes I haven't unlocked yet. But, to go along with some of the other things, we have now a couple of new options here in the assembly. We can still do our more expensive stuff and raise funds and whatnot. We have the Prinny Day, where only Prinnies are allowed on the next map, but it gives us a lot of items. We can now make the enemies stronger. This affects everything, from the enemies in the missions that we'll be fighting, to even the item world enemies. Once you start getting into the levels of thousands, and yes, you can actually level up to like 9,999 in this game, I believe, you are going to be needing this. Because it's like you get up to about 4,000 before only the item world is useful, and even then it's kind of luckily though, you can actually use the weaker enemies to bring them back down. Especially if, say, you want to do the stronger enemy thing for, like, the power leveling level. And then weaken them back down so you're able to actually make sure they have balanced influence. But we also have, behind here, the improved counter and movement attack, which I still haven't really done. Because the assembly likes to be a bit of a jerk for some of the more expensive stuff here. We also have the ability to open up the gate to Prinny Land. I know nothing about Prinny Land. All I know is that it's, full of Prinnies. But we also have, and this is the big one, the ability to open up the Cave of Ordeals now. The Cave of Ordeals, as I've looked and researched, has pretty much the best leveling sections in the game. But it also comes at a price. that's the point where you're going to be wanting to be extremely leveled, like level 100 to level 300 to actually be able to do any of the power leveling. It can get pretty insane. And from what I've learned, really there's no real point of ranking up after this other than to unlock extra end game levels. So yeah. Really, you're just going to be wanting to eventually rank up your characters to get the increased movement and counterattacks, because that just is really helpful. But I haven't really gone and ranked up anyone else other than, you know, Laharl and Purple. I also wanted to show off one other thing before we start off the true mission proper. Because, as everyone knows, I've been using Terrible Cold to power level my characters, because it's got that invincibility area where you can go and just throw all of the enemies together and then just kill them for massive amount of experience. There's actually another area over here in the Stelar Graveyard that is really good for leveling, and it's actually that very first mission. As you may remember when I was saying last time, this is actually pretty good because these guys are all clumped up in one little spot. Which means, for someone like Shiva, she can go here and do, say, let's just do regular ice. And do massive amounts of damage to them all. Matter of fact, I also forgot. See, I want to go, where is it? Settings. I keep on turning the effects off when I'm grinding, simply because it just makes things so much easier. Now, because I was silly, I actually didn't realize I kind of prevented what I wanted to do here. Let's lift Shiva, throw her. Yeah, let's just throw her over there. But this is actually an excellent area to level up two different kinds of classes. It's really good to level up your spellcasters because they're able to hit everyone in one single blow. Actually, I don't want to do that. And you saw just like how much damage I did to all these guys with Shiva alone. But there's another class you really want to be able to do here. And that is Swordsman, because of the Winged Slayer ability. Once you learn this ability, you'll be able to really level up your warriors fast, because they're able to just do so much damage to all those enemies. As you see there, I think Laharl went up at least a level, if not 2. I think he was 41 before we went in here, and now he is 43. And if you go ahead and go and level them up through the level up thing over in the Dark Assembly, you can essentially get your characters really high up there really fast. The only real problem with this is that, well, it's a swordsman ability only, which means that you have to go and get your swordsman skills up. And, well, not every class is good at being a swordsman. In fact, just to show this off, let's see, yeah, Ronin's good at it. I'm actually surprised if Purple doesn't have it. Yeah, look at Laharl. Laharl is level 13 in his swordsman ability. So, let's see, Ninja would be okay. Etna would be kind of eh. Although Etna's little, what is her ability called? There you go. Her asteroid drop is actually pretty good at clearing out those enemies as well. You just need to make sure the middle monster is dead, so she can be in the spot where that is. Because asteroid drop does damage all around her. But yeah, that's actually how I've been leveling up Shiva, Flan, and Maddie. Simply because I'll have Laharl go in here, there, do his little Wing Slayer, which usually won't kill those guys, and then I'll have the girls finish them up. It's also a good way to actually level up your like other skills for like Mega Ice and Giga Ice and whatnot, because in that particular case then you actually have You know, you're not having to worry about them having, like, levels in terms of actual stats. Because one of the biggest problems is that when you are still leveling up your magic abilities, you don't have the 3x3, you know, magic's attacks, which can make things really hard for leveling up lower level mages. And with that said, let's go ahead and heal up. And, oh, before I forget, I'll also show this off. I actually did upgrade some of the characters' armors. King has a Megaton Punch. Let's see, Purple has a Silver Axe. And I think I gave, yeah, Maddie now has the Staff of Sorcery. There's two reasons I gave it to her. The first is because I wanted her to actually be able to do some better damage, even though she's using like level 1 Wind and level 1 Ice. And because we need a... As much as I like Flan as a healer, Flan's main issue really stems from the fact that because her heal does not heal her, that means she can end up dying really fast if we're not careful. And with all that said and done, let's finally get to the Forest of the Dead and go into Ghostly Whisper. And again, no actual voice dialogue. I've actually been told by... I forget who. I forget if it was Akun or one of you guys, the viewers. But I remember someone mentioning that there are some things that were voice acted that were actually cut out to prevent spoilers. I don't think this is one of them, but it's an interesting thing that they've done that's different from the original game compared to this, which is technically a remake. Oh, so they are bringing up the fact that there was the other guy who is basically saying, I should be the Defender of Earth. Of course, Laharl knows nothing about him. Just how many Defenders of Earth are there? Yeah, thank you, Edna, for basically asking my question. Okay, so Gordon's the true Defender of Earth. Well, if it's anything like the DC universe, or the Marvel universe for that matter, you're gonna have characters no matter what saving everything. Not really. This is not fine! Uh-oh. Beep, beep, blip, beep. Alright. Oh dear. Ooh, alright. Good little leveling spot. Oh wow, this is a big map. Wait, what? Alrighty. It's interesting how they do that. I wonder why they do it, but that's... Okay, that's interesting, though. One thing I will actually mention, I'm not sure if this map actually counts as it, because I know some maps are like this. Some maps will change after you beat them. The most obvious ones are the boss maps that will actually have, like... You know, like, the one that, like, had Gordon in it as the boss, or the one that had the mid-boss as a boss. Those, once you go back into them, will change, basically because those characters are no longer there. But in other instances, you'll get something like this, where you'll have, like, certain geosymbols or certain land tiles that are different from the rest. And those will actually change when you come back here. I don't know if this level is one of them, but it's interesting to see no matter what. Now let's see. Okay, well, this is going to be a mage-heavy area by the looks of it. And honestly, I'm wanting to do this more so I can get the girls leveled up a bit. Fire. Alright. Oh, Jesus. These guys are a lot tankier than I expected them to be. Holy hell! Okay, cool, you leveled up, but... Oh, jeez. These guys are having really high stuff. Also, pixie staff, huh? I'm not sure if this is any good at all. Also, I just realized these guys aren't actually monsters. They're actually the male magic user class. An upgraded version, of course. Alrighty then, so let's actually... I wanted one of Guts to go off here and so we can do this, but if that's going to be the case... let's move him one spot back. And actually, let's make sure... Laharl, can you move up here? The answer is no. Yeah, let's do it this way. Special, we want Hurricane Slash. Because I want to get as much damage on... Oh, I did not mean to kill you. Oh, well. I want to get as much damage on these guys as possible. Simply because I want to be able to make sure I can take as much advantage of the leveling up as possible. There we go. Really, it doesn't matter as much at this stage of the game, simply because if this place does keep the 100% experience boost, I can always come back here. But you never know with this game. Okay, let's have Maddie. We want... Let's do wind. There we go. Which should allow Guts to Blade Rush through here. Get at least one level up, I hope. There we go. That's all I wanted. You know what, Mason, come on. Since these guys should be super easy to kill. There we go. I also wonder... You know what, let's try it out, see if this works. Yeah, come on, King, because you shouldn't be able to kill this guy in one go. Or you wouldn't if Mason hadn't joined in. Yeah, that's what I thought. How many characters else can I pull out? 2? Alright, so let's do this. Oh yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, nah. Etna, we want to go... Damn, there's no one that's weak. Okay, so let's do this. You're weak to wind, so let's do this. Yeah, let's do that. Damn. Not what I was hoping. So, what I was trying to do is I was trying to see... I'm going to try to keep you back here to keep you alive. Oh, there's Mega Wind. Of course, it's not high enough for you to... Of course, you're not high enough to actually do anything with it. I'll just keep you there. Hopefully, they'll just move up to the next area. Oh, no. You're dead. Okay, that's hilarious. Holy crap, I'm a little surprised. This guy's literally right next to Vadi and didn't even do a thing. Alright. So let's focus on the ones that are still on the level up spots. Alright, first things first, let's Blade Rush these guys. No, that didn't do much. Mason. Yeah, do that. You should still be alive. Perfect. Okay. You should not be able to kill him. Good. Alright. Alright, that should be enough. Special Mega Wind. Ah, damn, really? Ah. Oh well. Because I was kind of hoping to see what kind of experience Vadi would have gotten from that kind of level up. Yeah, because I'm almost guaranteeing if Vadi had killed it, that would have been a huge level up. Alright, Laharl, we want you to Blade Rush these suckers.
Here I come.
Alright, and who should really get the experience here? Because Flan's actually pretty high up there now. Maddie can't do a thing. Neither can Etna. Neither can Guts. Purple is all single target. I don't think I have anybody else level-wise who I can do. Alright, so Vadi, you're pretty much dead. Let's just accept it. I'd be very surprised if you survive this. Nice. There goes Guts. And this is part of the reason why I also turn off the animations, because while it's really, really fun, it gets really tiring really fast. Alrighty then. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and actually lift you, throw you back over here. Yeah, let's get you over here. Guts, go ahead and attack there. Let's just get Purple over there for experience. Yeah, let's go do this. Lift. Throw. How are you guys doing in terms of health? Alright, special Giga Ice. Let's do this way. Oh, wow, you guys are all weak to ice.
I'll finish this.
Boom. Alright, well, let's do this. Move you up here. Lift. Throw. And the reason for this is so Maddie can come in and wind them all to death, hopefully. Actually, you know, I'm gonna go and do ice. I know Maddie's ice is weaker, but they are weak to ice, so that should help me out a little bit. And she could use the experience a lot. There we go. Catch her up a little bit. What I need to do is, especially since now Vadi, who's currently dead, knows Mega Wind. Don't know how she learned that. She probably just leveled up too much to get it. I can teach that to Maddie and have her really help out. Should probably also level up Pyromystia as well when I get the chance. And so Flan can get Mega Fire. Alright, so let's have you attack. And that should be the end of you. Alrighty then. Yeah, let's just go and Morta yo.
I'll finish this.
There we go. Alrighty then. Well, with all that said and done, I think we're done for now. Get everyone healed up. Rearrange them by level a little bit more. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. King's 44. I don't know how he keeps on getting to be the highest level character in my party. But overall, I think everyone's levels are actually turning out to be a lot better now. Yeah, the only ones who are really trailing behind are like Philippe, who's kind of stuck with guns. And from what I've noticed, guns are really good at, like, if you're fighting a boss character, not so good everywhere else. I still haven't decided if I want to do anything with Jennifer or Gordon yet. I'm going to be leveling Cooper just because I need to have a thief character. And I think Pyromystia, Vadi, I'm probably going to also level up a little bit more, just so I can get their Mega and Giga spells, and then pass them on to Maddie and Flan respectfully. But with all that said and done, I think we're going to call it out for now. I'll go ahead and catch you all guys next time. Until then, stay frosty.